would like you to hit the like button at the beginning, because every time you hit the like button, you are letting YouTube know that what you are seeing and hearing is edifying for you, so it can be shared with others. That's why hitting the like button is so important. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to the channel.
It had to happen. Your title was so powerful. When I read the name of your ministry, it had to happen.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey. We can't wait to share many more exciting episodes with you. Until then, take care and happy listening. Let's welcome our host, Erica Wilson.
Great day, great day, great day, everyone. We're here live today with the girl, Erica Wilson, that it had to happen for our Wisdom Wednesdays. And guys, tonight's topic is alopecia. She's an alopecia specialist. She is also a third timer here at It Had to Happen. And I'm so excited to sit with her on tonight, because not only will she be bringing you things about alopecia, she is also very comical as well. So she's going to make this fun for you all as well. So without further ado, let me introduce to some and present to others the Miss Bettie Wilson. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad to be here once again. How are you?
I am awesome. I'm freezing, but I'm good. I'm good. How about you?
Girl, wait a minute. I've been speechless because Texas, I had ice on my car and snow was here. I've been bamboozled. Yes. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I do remember me being in Michigan and this was going on. That's not why I left Michigan, to get away from it. I had no problem with the snow and ice, but down here, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So I guess I had to get my long underwear. You know, the long johns we wore up in Michigan. Yeah, that's what we need down here. I can't believe the snow and ice that's down here in Houston, Texas. But if you can't beat them, join it. It's not gonna stop for you, so ain't no need of you stopping for it, right?
Right.
So how things going?
They're going awesome. So if we have any first timers on, maybe they don't know who Miss Bettie is. So could you tell us a little bit about who is Miss Bettie Wilson?
I sure will. My name is Bettie Jean Wilson. I am a retired hairstylist, and I've studied trichology, which is hair loss, alopecia. I worked as a hair instructor. I'm retired. I have 3 wonderful children, as they call them down here, children. And I have many grand and great grand. And I love to have fun. I love to laugh. And I just like doing what I like to do. I've been blessed to do a lot. God has blessed me tremendously. So I just met Miss Erica. And I love the volunteers, so I volunteered with her and her wonderful 88 Blessings in Jacksonville, Florida, and met her family and her mom. I met her through her mom. And I'm just a nobody, just trying to tell everybody, hey, about somebody who can save anybody. Hello. Okay.
All right, all right. Well, Miss Bettie, again, it's such an honor to sit with you here on tonight. All topics have been great topics, but this topic here is such a great topic because so many people are dealing with alopecia, right?
Exactly.
Not just that, I don't know if you remember Jada Pickett and her situation and her being made fun of, which caused her husband to slap someone else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we know about women. We love our hair, right?
Hair is our crown and glory. Hair
absolutely
is our crown and glory. That's why I've got so many of them.
But that's all right. Let me tell the audience a little bit about what is alopecia. So I'm going to put up this picture, guys. If you can see this, there's different types of alopecia here. And according to Mayo Clinic, guys, hair loss, alopecia can affect just your scalp or your entire body. And it can be temporary or permanent. It can be the result of hereditary, hormonal changes, medical conditions, or a normal part of aging, guys. Anyone can lose hair or their head, but on their head, I'm sorry, but it's more common in men. Wow. Baldness typically refers to excessive hair loss from your scalp. Hereditary hair loss with age is the most common cause of baldness. Some people prefer to let their hair loss run its course, untreated and unhidden. Others may cover it up with hairstyles, makeup, hats, or scarves. And still others choose one of the treatments available to prevent further hair loss or restore growth. What is the main causes of alopecia, right? In alopecia, the immune system mistakenly attacks hair follicles, causing inflammation. Researchers do not fully understand what causes the immune attack on hair follicles, but they believe that both genetic and environmental non-genetic factors play a role. And Miss Bettie, when I saw this, I was just telling you today, and you saw me in action when I was having a hot flash. And one of the things when I was doing the research, I found out a lot of women lose their hair during menopause.
Exactly. Menopause is one of the causes. It's not the only cause. You can develop alopecia through genetics, autoimmune diseases, connective to tissue diseases, styling, hormonal. That's what you were going through. Illnesses and diseases. Yes. Illness and diseases. Yes.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Okay, we talked about you can go through. When you're going through menopause, like that can be play a role in it as well. Men don't go through menopause, so why are they the ones that actually have the most hair loss?
That's something that I have not really gotten into. It's called male pattern baldness, where ours is alopecia. And there's different patterns, but men, and it comes through hormone, what they call genetics. Like some men, father was bald, his father was bald. So if it was genetics, quite naturally, it's going to come down. And some men get it and some don't. And that's where a lot of men become bald, just go on and cut off all their hair. Now, some of them look good, okay? Yeah. And they got the purple hair. They can wear that. But then those that have hair loss, and they're not happy with it. They're not all men don't want to be bald. All men can't be bald, but they are. All men's heads are not the same shape. But those that do have the right shape looks good with it. But not saying they want it.
We really want to say everybody look good with it because it's a tough thing to lose your hair. whether you male or female, right? And what I was
Definitely.
doing, I was looking up some of the things that you don't say to people who's, dealing with alopecia. That's just like dealing with someone that's obese and saying, well, some people look good in what they wear, but so we want to make everybody feel kind of good, because losing your hair, that's major. That is really
it is.
Yeah.
Now, I only said men because you asked me about the men. But baby, we got some women that are gorgeous. That are gorgeous with their hair loss from alopecia or whatever, however they choose it, because it's not always. It is hereditary also.
You say however they choose it. Is there another word for it?
Well, some women just don't want to want hair. Some women, wants to get. That's what I'm saying. But we have women that have alopecia. I saw on Sherry, I think it was Sherry, that the women, it was a lot of women in the audience that had bald heads, and they were beautiful. All of them were beautiful from alopecia, and some lost it from cancer, and they are cancer survivors, so their hair is growing back, and they're beautiful. So I'm not just saying for men because you asked for men. That's why I was saying what I was about the men.
Yes, ma'am.
But I tell you,
look here, Miss Betty. They have how many? Okay, let's see how many they have here. We see 1, 2, 3, 8. 8 different forms of alopecia.
Exactly.
And again, the one that spoke. Oh, you even have postpartum alopecia.
Oh yeah, definitely. Environmental, scalp disorder, all that all that can come from that alopecia. But a lot of times it grows back. It depends on how you lost it. Like hormonal, some people lose. They can, if it's not hereditary, more than likely it will grow back unless you have traction alopecia. Now, traction alopecia is from braids, hair being too tight, chemical. Now if you lose it that way, sometimes it won't, because you done took out the bulb, the follicle, then damaged the follicle. And when that happened, the head becomes very, very shiny, like the back of your hand. And if it does that, then it's not coming back because there's no follicles there. So you don't always have to lose your alopecia totally. Only, I think, I've been told, if it was genetic. Well, like my grandmother had it, my great-grandmother had it, my mother had it. So if all they had it, like the men, my father had it, great-grandfather, father. If it's genetic, 9 times out of 10, it won't grow back. But if you got it through the different, as just like I said, hormonal and styling, and and you know what? Men can lose their hair to alopecia if they work like in a car shop around oils. You know how they're up under the car? You know how they're up in the car doing oil change, and if the oils get in the hair, if they don't shampoo and clean it, then they can lose their hair that way. And you know where else alopecia will come? In their beards.
Right, I saw here. Yeah, all over the body. It said even on the hair that's on the leg.
That's universal, right? That's alopecia versalis. That means all over the body. But alopecia is well have attacked. I'm not gonna say blacks. I'm not gonna say Caucasians. It's not prejudice. Alopecia is not prejudice. But you just got to know what to do.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Connieville, thank you so much for tuning in with us here tonight. It had to happen. And she said it's definitely hard on your self-esteem. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yes, I totally agree. You're thinking about, here it is. Okay, so if how do it start? How can you can you catch it, or it just takes a course?
it depends on what is being done, what has been done. If you braids can start it. Too
Okay.
tight,
Okay.
you're pulling out the follicle, and sometimes it'll grow back and sometimes it won't. Braids. And another thing I found, we need to start detoxing our scalp, because when we detox our scalp, that cleanses it. For if any hair trying to come through the follicle, it can come through. In other
The
words,
blood
your
flow, right?
product huh?
The blood flow.
Okay, the blood flow, that's circulation and stimulation. That's what's needed. But you should detox to get your scalp clean, because you can plug up your follicles. You understand?
How do we detox the hair?
By detoxing. Your stylist should know how to detox your scalp. Give you a good detox to cleanse everything out of the follicle. See, because the products can get in the follicle and smother it. So you have to detox and get it, get the follicles clean. So if it is a little hair coming out, it have a way to come out.
Well,
but if you got a lot of products,
wait, hold on. What happens if one can't get to their hairstylist? You know, okay, just let's talk about with COVID. When COVID shut everything down, right? And one couldn't get to their stylist. What can you do as a home remedy to take care of your hair, to detox your scalp?
Peppermint and shampoo, conditioning. Put peppermint in some conditioner. Lemons, you can rub your hair with lemons and then rinse it with conditioner to cleanse. You want to cleanse your scalp. That's the whole thing. You want to detox and cleanse your whole scalp. You know,
Can you you know how we try to keep our hair moisturized? So can we have too much product on the hair, which may cause this as well?
Well, you can always have too much product on the head, and that's when you, like I said, detox it, or what they call it, when you cleanse all the hair off the head. Just cleanse all the hair off the hair. I can't believe I'm going blank now. But when you it starts with a D. Oh man. It cleanses. You can get shampoo that will strip everything off your hair, strip everything off your scalp. That helps too, so the hair can breathe. Because do you remember when you used to shampoo your hair? Back then was washing it, okay? But we shampoo, stylists shampoo now, okay? But remember when you used to wash your hair and you used to hear squeakiness?
Yes, ma'am.
You see, you knew nothing was on that head, period. Am I right?
That's right.
You notice now you do not hear that squeakiness.
No, I do. My niece, when I go to my niece.
No. Okay, well, good. Yeah, but a lot of people don't hear that squeakiness because product is on top of products. You got to strip it off. You got to get it off.
Let's see what Miss Connie said before I go to my next question. Mine started back in the 90s when I was getting hair pressed and has only gotten worse. I know braids haven't helped. I'm having help, but I had to do something. I never saw any medical help for it. Wow.
Okay, there's medical help out there for it, but you have to go see what they do when they have problems like that. They go straight to the dermatologist. Yeah. Instead of a trichologist. You see, it's a difference.
Because even when you sent me, we don't know nothing about no trichologist. Well, I don't.
And that's why I came on here, so I can explain what a trichologist is. I'm trying, as a young lady that taught me, I'm hoping she'll be on here tonight. She's a doctor trichologist of many, as far as hair. And a trichologist can work with a dermatologist. See, dermatologists study the topic of the skin. We study up under the scalp of the bulbs and the follicle.
Okay, so we're talking about a trichologist here, guys, and a dermatologist, right? So she was saying, Miss Betty was saying, just to do a recap really quick, she was saying a lot of people run to dermatologists for the alopecia, which is okay, but you really need to be seeing a trichologist because trichologists they specialize in under the skin is what you're saying, and the dermatologist
the follicles and the bulbs. That's what trichologists. I'm gonna tell you in a minute exactly what a trichologist does.
You see, I never heard of it for sure. See, that's what I'm glad that you came on tonight, because when you did your booking and I read that, I was like, what is a trichologist? So again, these type of conversations need to be had, because some people may just, they don't know. Like, I didn't know.
They don't know. No, they don't. Yeah. And they're okay. A trichologist is a hair loss and scalp specialist. Okay, it's trained to look for hair loss problems in a holistic way by evaluating clients on the basis of personal history. Now, we can't write prescriptions, but we give you a holistic way of how to take care of your hair. Then we will refer if it's too bad, we would ask you to go to a dermatologist, because the dermatologist can write the prescriptions. We can't write only prescription. We can write this the holistic way. You know what I'm saying?
How to do things the natural way.
The natural way.
Naturally. Okay, got it. So if you were to go see a trichologist and a trichologist were to find any findings, you would definitely want to take that to bring that
dermatologist.
To your dermatologist attention.
Exactly. Because I have now, when I was go ahead.
Okay, now you spoke about the bugs. Now that kind of like made my eyes go like this.
The bulbs.
Oh,
the hair follicle, the bulb. B-U-L-B.
Okay.
Bulb.
Thank you for clarifying that. I thought you said
bulb. Bulb and follicles. It has. Okay.
So when one comes to see you, you're the trichologist, right? And one comes to see you, what steps do you take to examine to see what damage has been done?
First of all, we do a consultation.
Okay.
And the questions we ask have something to do with your diet or medication, because a lot of medications take your hair out. Because what goes in your mouth comes out in your hair, and it weakens it. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So So we must do a consultation first.
Yes.
And then we will we'll examine the head after we do the consultation, examine the head, where the problem's going to be, where the problems is. And that's when we'll put together what you have been eating, drinking, your diet. We'll determine what type of alopecia it is. See, because they teach you in school there's 3 types of alopecias, but actually it's over 11 types, 11 kinds. You showed it on the beginning of the show.
Right there. Yeah.
Right, that's it. So it's more types of alopecias than a person can imagine. It became very interesting to me because I had it, in my temples. And it first started with Dr. Curtis, Austin Curtis in Detroit. He was the assistant to George Washington Carver. Okay. And he had a hair factory in Detroit. And he had products, all types of products. And he told me to get into trichology. But I'm looking at him like he had 3 heads, because I said, what is that? And he said, that's hair.
Thank you. She said, this is great information. See, so this conversation needed to be had. Yeah,
I know. I've been trying to, I have not finished like I'm supposed to. I finished the part with all the alopecias. Now, the other part I have to take is how to open my own office and different things like that. Okay, but the alopecia part.
Okay, let me ask you this. Say, for instance, because you say during the consultation, you ask the person basically what is their diet? What are they eating, right? What if
medications?
Right, or medications, absolutely. So what if one come in and don't really be totally honest about their diet? So you basically can only go off of what they're telling you, per se.
Exactly. Okay. We only know what you tell us. Now, if you're not honest, we're not giving out medication.
Yes,
we're giving out suggestions and like I said, holistic ways to do what needs to be done. Because we can't tell you you're going to get a some type of medication that needs to be a prescription to be filled. No, we will just work with you in your diet and suggest what you should be eating. Although Jean telling us everything, we'll suggest what we think you should have eaten, what medications you're taking. Basically, we look at that, the medication, because a lot of the medications has a lot to do with the hair loss.
Absolutely.
So we talk, that's how important a consultation is. People don't know how important a consultation is.
Well, consultation, is very, very important, because guess what? Anytime you go to anything that's concerning your health, I do think they give consultations, right? And that's one of the things that, we love. But you talked about detoxing the scalp. How often should one detox the scalp?
I would say once. How often you shampoo your hair?
Okay.
I would say maybe
every time, right?
Not really, but as often. If you're on a lot of medications, it would be good to detox as you shampoo. If you shampoo this week, detox it. You can, and you know what? You can, to what I understand, you can detox your scalp without shampoo. You rinse it and put a conditioner on it. You understand?
It's almost like a co-wash. Almost like a co-wash.
Right. Right.
Hey, Gwendolyn, thank you so much for tuning in, sweetheart. She says blood pressure meds will cause some hair loss.
Hair loss, blood pressure, diabetes, thyroid.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's a number of it. Well, but that's why you have to cleanse your hair to get some of the medication off of it. You can't get it out of the follicle, but you can get it off of, because your follicle goes through the bulb. The bulb have the nerves and the blood vessels, and it coats the hair as it grow out. So you can shampoo, cleanse it as it come out, but you can't take it out of the hair. But you can take it off of the hair. You understand?
And that's the thing too. Like when it needs to breathe. The hair follicles need to breathe, and the blood flow needs to circulate. So it's like if you're clogging up with so much product, right? And then I love wearing wigs. As you see, I have on one now. But shouts out to my little cousin Lexi.
All right, Lexi.
Yes. But the thing is, you don't want to keep the scalp clogged up, correct?
Exactly. That's why you clarify your hair. It's called clarifying. It's a clarifying shampoo that strips everything pretty much off of your hair and your scalp. And that's when you can. I
want to put that in the comments. What is it?
Clarifying shampoo. You can use a clarifying shampoo to cleanse the hair pretty good. But when you're detoxing the scalp, you're going directly on the scalp to get the debris out of the follicles that's in the bulb, that's in the follicles.
Got you. Hi, Tawanda. She said, great evening, ladies. Great topic. Yes. So what Miss Betty just said, you could get clarifying shampoo to shampoo your hair to kind of strip all of that product that you may have on, to strip it off. So going the natural way. Some women are now going more women are going natural now, right? So we're going to speak about the natural way. We're going to also speak about people who's doing the scissor locks or maybe even have dreads, right? Because we know we spoke about the braiding part of it that breaks the hair. You're thinking about the twisting of the hair when you're doing dreads.
Same thing as braiding. The same thing as braiding, because you can twist it too tight to get to the scalp and pull some of the hair out. You can twist it too tight, and that can pull hair out. But I do want to say this. I was looking at a young lady the other day, and she had these braids down, all the way down, looking like curtain treatments. Okay,
Miss Betty.
And I'm looking at her. I'm standing behind her, and she had let the braids grow a little bit. You know, the new growth was coming in.
Okay.
That's evident. That's how long she had. The new growth was coming in, these braids.
Yes,
and I'm looking at her scalp. Her scalp was tore up. I said, I wanted to see, people get very offended when you ask anything about their hair.
Oh gosh, I think we lost
Miss is so bad.
Miss Bettie, you gotta think about it. You gotta think about, listen, we already said though, the hair is the woman crown. You know, so we have to know how to deliver that thing. Look, you have Gwen laughing at you right now because I'm telling you, it's certain things that when you're experiencing some things, you don't want anybody to really touch that area because it's a sensitive area for you. So you can't go and tell a young lady like, oh, your scalp is all busted up. You can probably say, well,
I know. I wanted to tell her, how are those braids heavy? Because what they don't know, when they're that heavy, that long, water pulls the hair. The hair stretches. You understand? Your hair lose like maybe 10% in length when it's wet. That's why you don't use a hairbrush to brush the hair when it's wet, because you can pull.
You don't.
No, you use a detangler or a big comb. You don't use a hairbrush because it pulls the hair. It can elongate it, in other words. And they have all these braids on their head that long, and when it gets wet, it gets heavier. You understand?
Bettie, you have these folks cracking up at you, Miss Bettie. I told y'all it's gonna be comical tonight as well. I already know what.
I'm just real without a peel, okay?
But you know what though? You just said something because I was using. I thought like this. What is that? It's the brush that have. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I don't know what kind of brush it is, but now I use the detangler, the one that has like little hands,
Yeah.
Oh,
with the balls on the end.
Miss Gwen says, "Please tell me if my locks are jacked up."
I sure will, since she said it.
On tonight, Bettie, you a mess. Miss Carolyn Parker says,
"I sure will. If I would be glad to tell them. Just don't get mad."
When you're blow drying the hair, say you washed your hair, you detox your hair, you get it ready to blow dry.
Shampoo the hair. We're gonna use the
We like realness. Yes, we do. Yes, we do all the time. Well, okay, you shampoo on the hair, you done conditioned the hair, and now you're ready to blow dry the hair. So
exactly.
Where did I go wrong when I used the brush and kind of used the brush and the dryer to go down the hair? Am I messing up when I do that, or is that okay?
That's fine. It depends on the type of brush you use. There's a brush for blow drying.
Okay, Miss Bettie, you done stirred these people up. My little cousin talking about I'm no good.
Well, hey, educate yourself, baby. Just go and start taking classes and educate yourself, okay? Because it's a lot out here to hair. Years ago, we used to be called beauticians.
She do hair.
But she can educate herself more, find classes, go to different classes. She should get into becoming a trichologist. That's where it helps people. Because like now, I'm talking about it, everybody coming in. Everybody, because people want to know about that, what trichologists do. Trichologists do not get the credit that they deserve on the work we do in studying. But that's why I wanted to get on here to tell them about it. I tell you, it's something to understand, and every chance I get, I try to tell people about it. Go to a trichologist before you go to a dermatologist. See, because a dermatologist start shooting you in your head with these needles, then you feeling kind of crazy, But a dermatologist don't shoot you with no needles. They tell you, well, look, right now you got ringworms, all right? And I can't do nothing for you. Go to a dermatologist and get you some. My natural stuff can't stop these ringworms. Or my natural stuff can't stop this lifted scalp. I can tell you what to do to eat to make it better in eating and drinking or whatever it is. But you have to go to a dermatologist to get what's needed for that lifted scalp. Tell that
And
dermatologist
that's
you got alopecia.
But that's
Mhm.
after you see the tricologist, right? Is what
After
you're
you
saying.
see a trichologist first. They're coming out more. They're coming because United States, the USTI, that's where I went. United States USTI, United States Trichology Institute. God
Listen,
blessed me with a scholarship, girl, and I got there back in 2014 in Georgia. Okay,
all right.
but
Look, you got these folks cutting up. My little cousin, she is dying laughing over here. And then Miss Gwen,
yeah.
you should know Miss Gwen. Miss Gwen, this is Miss Betty who volunteered with 88 Blessings. Miss Gwen was a part of 88 Blessings. She say, Lord, this lady is hilarious.
Hey, I'm just telling you, like I told you, I'm the real deal and ain't take no pill, okay? I just wanted to get on here to tell it like it is, not like it was, all right?
Like it,
But
like it is, right?
yeah, like it is, TIS, okay? You ain't heard that in a long time, have you? You ain't heard that one in a long time. Sookie, you ain't heard that one neither. Okay, but
my cousin say not the real deal. Ain't take no pill.
yeah, the real deal ain't take damn pill. All right, this is me.
Miss Betty about to make people throw their phone. My little cousin about to throw her phone, Miss Betty.
Tell your little cousin get into trichology. She'll be. Let me tell you something. People want to know.
Yes, ma'am.
People want to know because to get your hair, you have to have a healthy scalp in order to get for your hair to be healthy come out of it. How can you have a broke down, tore up scalp and some healthy hair? It's impossible. So if your scalp is tore up and broke down, your hair gonna be tore up and broke down because it's coming through a broke down scalp. Get the scalp cleansed, detox, take care of your scalp, stimulate and circulate your follicles. That's what makes it grow. Stimulation and circulation. Get your laser.
Miss Connie is asking, she says, so you think as a stylist, you should benefit your clients by being a trichologist? Probably spelled wrong, but you get what she said.
Exactly. To have that knowledge. How can I educate you if I'm not educated? But yet I'm charging you all this money. People don't mind paying the money when you educating them too. Just because a lot of them won't tell you nothing because they think you won't come back. But what they fail to realize, when you let your clients know everything that's going on, they coming back to you because you know what you're talking about. You understand? So tell your niece, who is she? Your little cousin?
Yes.
To get into trichology. And the thing about it, anybody can become a trichologist and you do not have to have a license. That's the good thing. It's educational. To even know, I even talked to it's so interesting. I talked to this Indian doctor in India because I was getting ready to go over to India and study it. He told me he has 2 of the largest trichology schools in India.
Wow.
I said, wait. I said, what you telling me? All that hair them Indians got over there, somebody got alopecia.
Well, what you think? You think it's just over here, Daddy? No, ma'am. My little cousin said, I have to go to the Lord with that one. You told her to
go to the Lord. Which one?
She said she had to go to the Lord. I guess when you said she should study trichologist.
Well, if she's a hairstylist, she should. If God blessed her to be a hairstylist, He's going to bless her to have knowledge of everything pertaining to the hair. But still go to the Lord. You go to the Lord for everything, because I do. Amen. I talk to Him, Amen. But He has blessed me. I have not had to pay for all the classes that I have been. God has blessed me with scholarships, girl. He was blessed me with a scholarship to get my beauty license at a beauty school in Detroit. The Holy Spirit kept telling me, go to Mauricio's. I wouldn't go after Dr. Curtis told me, because I looked at the names, alopecia areata, traction alopecia. It scared me because the names were so big. I didn't understand it. You understand? But the spirit told me to go to the school. So I didn't go, but I kept looking at books and different things about hair, reading up on hair because it fascinated me. I finally went to the school, and I was the last class that got a scholarship, so I didn't have to pay for it. One.
But see, my thing is, you love doing hair, correct?
I love it. I love it. I've been bald since I was 9, girl. So I had to learn.
That's what my little cousin. That's what my little cousin. She said, Miss Betty, I don't even like doing hair, and she's very good at it. That's the crazy.
Well, that's not her calling. That's not her calling. She love it because she know how to do it.
Yeah.
But I know it's a blessing. I know this is what God gave me, because at 9 years old, I didn't have hair. My mama and sisters had hair, and I didn't have none. My mama used to braid my hair 52 braids, so that was what they called me in the hood, 52. Okay, I prayed and I prayed. Yes, I'm telling you, I prayed and I prayed. I'm telling you, I went down the street to Miss LB's beauty salon, and I just watch her do hair because I had none. And do you know, I asked her if I can work in her shop, and she said, yeah, you can sweep the hair up. I was 9 years old. I was happy. I was ecstatic. Do you know, every time I swept the hair up that she would cut people's hair, and it would be so long, I would cry because I had none. Then all of a sudden, something told me to take that hair home. I would pick that hair up and stick it in my pocket and take it home, girl. Till one day I sat it on the dresser. I'm telling you. And I was standing there. Yes, I did. And I was standing there crying. And because I couldn't understand why people had hair to cut and I didn't. Something, we know what that something was at that time, right? Told me to pull these 2 braids out at the top. I pulled them 2 braids out. And some told me first to clean the hair, okay? And then some said, lay that hair down. Take these 2 braids out. I took the 2 braids out. And some told me to lay 3 pieces of hair on top of the braid. And when you're a kid,
give credit where credit is due. The Holy Spirit told you what to do.
Exactly. The Holy Spirit. And I laid them 3 pieces on top like I'm getting ready to braid. And the Holy Spirit said, on your mark, he said it real low, get set, go. It was so much power in that go. My hands went to going. And when I got through, I had a braid. And I'm looking, I said, where'd it go? Where did it go? Then the Holy Spirit said, get ready for the oven. Girl, I pulled that braid out, and I laid that hair on top. I was waiting. The Holy Spirit said it again. On your mark, get set, go. And it was power in that go. And babe, my hands went to going. When I got through, I had 2 braids sticking out like this, like horns on a bull. And I couldn't see where I put them braids. But I was so proud. I went downstairs, and my mama looked at me. Oh. Woo, girl, I get excited, girl. I tell you. I went downstairs with them braids. I forgot to pull them down, and my mama looked at my head, scared the daylights out of her because she knew my hair wasn't that long. Girl, she wouldn't got a match. She said, I'ma burn it out. How did you get that hair? And I told her I was at Miss V's, and that's how I got it. But that's how extensions for me began. And I was 9 years old. And I'm 72 now. So wasn't nobody wearing no hair of no kind back in them days. All right?
My cousin said she love your energy, Miss Betty. She love your energy. Miss Betty,
well, thank you, baby.
Miss Betty gonna make me flatline over here.
But that's what happened. But
we get, I mean, a lot of things, a lot of hairstyles though is coming back. Right?
Exactly.
So, I love it. Like back then, that was extensions was happening, but you just told us that it definitely was, right? Terry say, hey, Miss Betty.
Hey, Miss Terry.
Yeah, so
Hey,
so now
girl.
we're gonna go back to when I was asking you about after washing the hair, after
Mm-hmm.
conditioning it, and getting ready to blow dry, right? So when you
Right.
have the brush, it's not I don't know what the brush is called, but they have it's not a oh gosh.
It's a detangler. You can
No,
call it
not the
more likely a
detangler.
detangler brush.
No, not the detangler. I'm not talking about the detangler brush. Maybe that it because I have the one too that looks like a hand that works very, very good with detangling the hair. But when I'm blow drying the hair, it's another type of brush. I don't know what it's called, but
It's
I
like
use
an airbrush.
yes, ma'am. So I
Like an
use
airbrush.
that,
Mm-hmm.
right? I use that
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
go down the hair. So when using that type of brush, or no, let me go to this because I know heat can damage the hair as well.
Exactly. I was going to say what you put on it before you blow dry it.
I do put a
Mm-hmm.
heat protector on there. Definitely put a heat
Okay.
protector on there. But the thing
Okay.
is, what I wanted to find out, even though you're just blow drying the hair, the heat still hits the scalp at times. So can that
Okay.
heat damage the scalp?
You can dry it like
Okay.
anything else. It dries it, you know. But what I was going to tell you, when you blow dry your hair with the heat,
Yes, ma'am.
go over it with because you don't open up your cuticles.
Okay.
Go over with a cold blast of air so the cuticles can close up.
Ah.
Yeah, always go over because heat opens up your follicles. That's why you have to watch what you put on your hair and you in the sun. Because if you put some on your hair and you in the sun, the heat from the sun opens up the follicles, and
Okay.
it absorbs. You know, so
Now, okay.
hair is. Hmm?
Okay, so even when I wash my hair and I wash the condition out, I always close it off with cold water. But
Cool
when I'm
water.
using
Yeah,
that,
after you rinse it, right.
but when I'm
That's
using the
you
blow dryer,
rinse it off with tepid water.
okay,
With
but when I'm
tepid
using
water.
the blow dryer is actually
With
opening my cuticles back up.
right, the heat. Any heat opens your cuticles up. So you just do a blast of cool air over to close them up. That's why when you come from under a dryer and you got condition on your hair, you rinse it off. You rinse it off with tepid water, and then you take cool water. Well, you know, tepid cool water, because the heat then open up the condition, open up your hair in the dryer, and the conditioner
Right. But what
has
I was
gotten into the
asking
inside
was,
the hair.
okay, what I was asking was, okay, after all of that is done and I have the cold water that I done rinsed everything out, now I'm getting ready to blow
Mm-hmm.
dry. So even though I
Right.
use the cold water, now that I'm using the blow dryer, it's opening it back up. So you still need to go
The
over it
heat
with cool
over
air.
with a cool air. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
got you.
Always go behind cool air when you blow dry your hair.
Now let me ask you this. What is the
Mm-hmm.
proper way when you're detangling your hair? Do you start from the root or do you start from the bottom?
No. I'm looking for a brush. I'm gonna show you something. Okay. When you're brushing the hair, if you start from the top, if it's
Miss
detangled,
Betty,
you bringing
wait,
it
Miss
down.
Betty,
You bringing it
Miss
down.
Betty.
Oh, okay.
Hold on one second.
Uh-huh.
You better not let that wig come off like Mr. Charlie.
Baby. Guess what? If it do, just put it back on. Ain't no shame in my game. Okay?
Okay,
Ain't no
so when you
shame
call
in the
me,
game.
what is the proper way to detect one's hair? Can you tell us that?
Always start from the bottom.
Okay.
Start from the bottom and work your way up. Because when you work your way up, you're pulling the tangles down and out. You got me? But if you start from the top, if it's tangled up here, you're pulling the tangles all the way down. So you always start from. You want me to get a brush so I can show you?
All right, you could go ahead and get your brush.
Okay, let me
Guys,
get a
while
brush
Miss
because if
Betty
I'd
is
known
getting her
that, I would
brush,
have had it. If I'd
while
known
Miss
that, I'd
Betty,
have it.
that's okay. While Miss Betty is getting her brush, guys, this is what I ask of you. And please, please, please listen carefully. And I'm telling you guys, it is free. I'm telling you, free of charge.
I would like you to hit the like button at the beginning because every time you hit the like button, you are letting YouTube know that what you are seeing and hearing is edifying for you, so it can be shared with others. That's why hitting the like button is so important. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to the channel.
It had to happen. Your title is so powerful. When I read the name of your ministry, it had to happen.
For the ones that have not subscribed, could you please do hit the subscribe button as well as the notification button and let you guys know every time we go live here at It Had to Happen. Not only
Had
just
to happen.
subscribe button.
All
Thank you so
right.
much, Betty. Also, if you can follow us on our social media platforms, it is the Erica Wilson IH2H. Also, as well as if you would like to book with your girl, you can go to my website and do so at www.ericawilsonih2h.com. Again, www.ericawilsonih2h.com. I'd love to have you. On Monday nights, we have our NFL Mom Show. On Tuesdays, we have our prayer broadcast with Girls Talk Tuesday with Dr. V. And then Wednesdays and Thursdays, we open up the floor like guests, like Miss Betty. And we open up the floor for guests at 6 p.m. So again, if you would like to book, this is the info right here, www.ericawilsonih2h.com. Please do, guys, not only hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It will help us out here at It Had to Happen. And thank you guys in advance for doing so. We really, really appreciate it. Come on, Miss B, let's knock it on in.
All right. Okay. Now, this is a detangler. If you're going to shampoo your hair, comb it out. Now, if you go like this, you see okay? But start from here and go upward. Now, you see how easy it goes?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you see how easy? That's how you're supposed to brush wet hair. Brush any hair. Always start from the bottom, because tangles start from the bottom and work your way up. But if you start here and tangles here, it's hard. You understand? I done tore my head up, child. Okay. But that's what you do. Now, when your hair is dry, what type of hairbrush do you use? Always use a boar hairbrush. B-O-A-R. A boar, like the animal boar hairbrush. Always use a boar hairbrush. Get your boar hairbrush, because a boar hairbrush, for the simple reason, the animal of the boar is the only animal on earth that have human-like hair. And what it does, it puts the luster and the shine back in your hair, and it also massages your scalp. So if you're using any kind of hairbrush other than a boar hairbrush, invest in a boar hairbrush. I have a boar hairbrush I done had for 15 years. Well, you know, that's how good they are. Yes, ma'am.
For 15 years.
I still got it.
What? Hey, Miss Darlene. Miss Darlene just tuned in.
Darlene.
Miss Darlene, your girl been on here cutting up. She had our viewers, I'm talking about rolling, Miss Darlene. She really did. Okay, so
she know me.
Yes, ma'am.
She know me. I'm with her every day. She know me.
Miss Betty says use a boar head brush, guys. A boar hairbrush. B-O-A-R. Okay. Boar hair, not head, y'all. Boar hair.
Right. Boar hairbrush. That's the only animal on earth God made that have hair like humans.
Oh,
and it.
Hey, Latanya Cherry. Do you know Latanya Cherry?
Yes. Hey, Miss Cherry. How are you? Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Miss Betty, we're right. Then it seemed like this hour went by too fast. Maybe we're gonna bring you to part It's okay, but we do have other booking. It's your third time on the show, so you're more than welcome to come back anytime you want. You have the booking link, so you can do so. But what I want to do, I like to be very respectful of people's time. And another thing, I'm hungry. So I tried to eat before. It's supposed to be 7, but that's never going to happen because I'm getting off the show at 7. So I try to get in at least by 7:30, latest 8. But the thing is, this topic was such a great topic. A lot of us are dealing with it, dealt with it, or know someone that's dealing with it, right? And I'm sure that this broadcast can shed light. First of all, even Miss Connie said it. We didn't know what a trichologist was.
So hopefully, maybe I can get the teacher that taught me to come on, because she is a doctor of trichology of hair, period. And she can really get in depth. She's in Texas, No, she's in Georgia. I think she's in Georgia. She got one place in Georgia and one in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. Her name is Jessica.
Okay.
But
so if I'm gonna see
if I can get her.
Okay.
Yeah. But anybody that's a trichologist on here, they should put down to come on and explain more what a trichologist does. You understand?
Have any of our viewers ever heard of a trichologist? Have any of our viewers heard of? So we're gonna wait to see what the comments are. But before, I want to know one last thing. We talked about the alopecia. We talked about the different forms. Guys, if you're just tuning in, if you look at this, there's definitely different forms, more than the 8 that we have here, because Miss Betty spoke about some as well. But check this out, guys, because this was very alerting for me as well. 8 different types, wow. Traction that goes with the braiding, not the protect, well, we call them protective styles, but are they really protective styles? There's just so many different ones. Miss Betty, you said that there were like 11 is what you said before, but we have 8 here. So you're on mute, Miss Betty. We can't hear you. Miss Gwendolyn said yes, she heard of it. My bro, hey bro, welcome, bro. He say I don't even have hair. No, I haven't. So he haven't heard of it either. Shannon, blessed day. Shannon, you just not get. Let me shout out my superstars, y'all. Y'all could become a superstar like my bro Shannon. Like my bro Desmond and my friend Shannon. Y'all could become superstars here too. It had to happen. So shouts out to 2 faithful viewers, which is Shannon Jaguar Stever and my bro Desmond Perry, man. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. So we have another one said, Miss Betty. What did I say, Miss Betty? Do you recommend any vitamins or supplements for hair?
Biotin is excellent. Biotin, and you know what? I have written down some foods that you said supplements, but biotin is good. Maybe the next show. Well, I have what foods are good for alopecia. If you have had different types of alopecia, first you have to look at what type of alopecia you have, because it's all kinds. It's all kinds. And when you determine what type of alopecia you have, if it's not, if it's hormonal, or if it's near like you worked in an office around a copy machine, you'd be surprised at that can cause alopecia, not genetic, but what can cause it. You understand what I'm saying? So the next time I'll make sure I have more. We don't have time, but I'll make sure we'll make that a part 2.
Yes, ma'am.
And hopefully I can get another trichologist on. Maybe that I can get quite a few trichologists on and let them speak. Okay.
Awesome. That would be awesome. Connie says, thank you. You both were amazing. Thank you so much, Connie, for tuning in. Thank you so very much.
Thank you,
Also,
Connie.
Larissa Gamble, she says, thank you so much, Auntie, for all the information. Thank you, Larissa, for tuning in. What I'm going to do, Miss Betty, because one thing about it and two things for sure, we cannot do this without each and every one of our viewers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the comments up on the screen. You don't have to read the comments, but you could just give them a shout out for tuning in here with us. Here we go. Larissa Gamble.
Okay.
There you go. Larissa Gamble. You want to
Hey.
shout her out? Larissa Gamble.
Hey, Lisa. How you doing? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Connieville.
Connie, my prayers are with you. Hopefully I see you back at church, girl, in the choir.
Gwendolyn Hickson.
Thank you so much for tuning in and having confidence and listening to what I got to say.
Shannon Jackson.
Hello, Shannon. Thank you so much. Tune in next time.
Desmond
Mr.
Perryman.
Perryman, this is part 1. Tune in part 2. Hopefully you'll get to see that one.
Darlene Andrews. I hope I said that right.
Andrews, yes, Darlene. Stay strong, girl. My prayers is with you. I love you.
LaTanya Cherry.
And Miss Cherry. Mr. and Mrs. Cherry. Now, her husband needs to come on here because he got a story to tell. Okay. Thank you, Miss Cherry.
And Perry Cherry.
That's him, Mr. Perry. Mr. Perry, make an appointment to come on here because I know you got a story to tell. Miss Erica here. Please do, Mr. Cherry. She gonna give you the information how to make an appointment to come on here. You need to come on here, you and your wife.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Nakia Williams.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I'm hoping you did get a little something from me.
So Wanda Bradley.
Thank you so much. Come back again. It's going to be a part 2. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I think I got everyone. Miss Betty, this has been so good. And I really appreciate all the information you shared with us here today.
All right.
Again, like I said, this here was very, very enlightening and informative for us all because it's a lot of things that some of us did not know, right?
No. You need a part 2.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm going to put up the link if you would like to book Perry Cherry. As well as you go back on and get your booking in because as you know, the bookings have been filling up. So it is to book now. You could go to www.ericawilson.ih2h.com under bookings. Again, www.ericawilson.ih2h.com under the booking link. I would love to have you guys here at It Had to Happen. And again, if you guys can, on Mondays is our NFL Mom Show. Tuesdays is our prayer broadcast with Girl Talk Tuesday with Dr. B. And Wednesdays and Thursdays we open up the floor for guests like Miss Betty. I don't know now if anybody could top Miss Betty. Now I just don't know about that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if anybody could top Miss Betty. Miss Betty gonna bring it. She come in. She come with her comical side of it. She just makes it really good and makes it really fun. All right, my little cousin from Wildwood, Sharita Glover, you have to shout her out as well.
Thank you, Sharita. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed.
Shouts out to Sheila Wilkins. She says, thanks for the information, Miss Betty.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming on.
LaTanya Cherry says, Miss Betty told me about a tricologist. LaTanya, we just learned this was so good to hear and so much information to take in. Guys, you also can go back and rewatch this broadcast because if you missed the earlier part of it, Miss Betty really dropped some great jewels on here tonight. Shannon says, I'm going to go back and watch. Cold weather had me sleep. LOL. I understand. I hope I said this right. Laisha, Dupree.
Oh, that was who I used to teach at her school, 360 Degrees Beauty School on FM 1960. She has a beauty school, so I was one of her hair instructors there. Hey,
Awesome.
Miss Dupree.
Come on, Miss Dupree, bring your talents here on It Had to Happen. We'll love to hear your story
Yeah,
as well.
she's a sister that owns a black beauty school. She's a sister that owns a beauty school, and I was one of her instructors. Yes.
Well, I know you had that class rolling. I know you did. But Miss Bettie, again, thank you so much for accepting the invitation and booking with us here at It Had to Happen. You, again, there was so much information that you dropped here on tonight. We definitely going to have a part 2 because look, we had so many people engaging, wanting to hear and learning all about this. And again, we're never too old to learn. Because I never knew anything about a trichologist. Again, we always said, run to the dermatologist if you have any scalp or skin issues, right?
Trichologist, right here, wherever you at, find a trichologist and get familiar with them. Find out, the prices and stuff. You know what I'm saying. But wherever you at, find a trichologist and talk to them.
I might have to invest in you and bring you here to Atlanta because that could be.
Oh well, baby, you know I'm free as a bird. I am free as a bird, honey.
Oh my God!
If that is the calling from the Lord, I'm in. I'm in like Jen. No, I'm just teasing. And like Jen.
We're going to end the show with that. So, Miss Bettie, I never like to leave this podcast without letting our guests speak to our viewers, letting them know if there's anything that you would like to leave them with on tonight.
Yes. Always have knowledge of your own head. What is going on with it? Be aware of it. Learn as much as you can about it. Your scalp, the hair. Even if you're not a stylist, learn about the hair, your hair. You're the only one can tell someone about your hair and what it needs. You understand? So, but those that are stylists that out there, look into trichology because it's worth it. I'm telling you, when you know what you know, you get you can get the clientele that you've been praying and looking for. Knowledge is power. Amen. So find out where you can get into trichology and start reading about it and find a trichologist. And maybe you can work next to them to teach you more. But if not, it's a school called the United States Trichology Institute, USTI. They also have it, a school that you can go to. Yeah, it's online. It's online. USTI, United States Trichology Institute. That's where I went. Awesome. So it'll be worth looking into it and just look into trichology, period. Because there's too many people out here with alopecia, men and women, that need help.
Alopecia is not just in the hair; it could be all over the body, guys.
Over the body.
We're here. So part 2, we'll definitely give you guys more information. Darlene says she's coming too. Miss Darlene says she's coming too.
I know she is.
Mr. Pre, thank you. Take care. Listen to Miss Bettie, and I'm out. Thank you so much. Mr. Pre, I'm gonna say Mr. Pre. So, Miss Bettie, let's go ahead and send our viewers out with some virtual hugs. Oh, gosh.
Am I gonna get you? How you do that?
Look, right here. What my hearts? They got my hearts. We love you guys here. Like this.
Why I don't have it?
Because you on Android.
Oh. That doggone Android. Okay. I'm missing out on a lot of good stuff. Love y'all. Thank you. Thank you for supporting me.
We cannot do this without each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And if this broadcast has truly blessed you, please do share it with someone else. This is a lot of information.
And subscribe, everybody.
Yes, please subscribe. Hit the like button.
Please subscribe. Because I will be back. And I will be bringing some more good people with me. All right. That's about as nutty as I am. So subscribe so you'll know every time her show come on. Watch it. Just watch it Monday through Friday. Thank y'all
Fridays
so
weekend.
much.
You try to give me Fridays. I don't want Fridays. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't want Fridays.
Okay, four days.
Yeah.
4 days. Yeah. She got something good guys. Every day, y'all. I'm telling you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And then tomorrow, I have a young lady that's going to be here at Mind Over Matter. She will be here with us on tomorrow. Dr. Oh, gosh, what is her name? Oh, Makiba. Dr. Makiba will be here with us on tomorrow at 6 p.m. If you guys please could tune back in with us tomorrow at 6 p.m. and see what Miss Dr. Makiba has to say about Mind Over Matter. Because a lot of times, you know, when you do things, how that saying go? People that mind don't matter, and people that matter don't mind.
If they don't mind, it don't matter. Right. If it don't matter, it don't matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. You're right.
All right. There we go.
For Texas, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock for Texas. It's 6 for Texas. Yeah.
Yeah. God bless each and every one of you. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Am I doing this right? All right. Bye-bye.